In the vast panorama of individuals who have left indelible marks on our cultural landscape, there lies, nestled in a somewhat obscure corner, the figure of Nelson Sullivan. Unassuming yet profoundly influential, Sullivan emerges as a unique and enigmatic chronicler of an era that shimmered with the vibrancy of radical self-expression and unrestrained creativity. Nelson Sullivan, though not a household name, was a videographer of exceptional talent and foresight, who in the 1980s turned his lens towards the daily life and extraordinary characters of New York City's downtown scene. This world, now largely lost to the relentless march of time and gentrification, was a maelstrom of artistic fervor, social experimentation, and vibrant nightlife. It was a time and place where the boundaries of art, identity, and performance blurred into a heady mix of real-life spectacle and theatricality. What Sullivan managed to capture was not just the external pageantry of the era, but the intimate moments that defined it. His videos, shot with a camcorder that rarely left his side, offer a window into a world where every day was an improvisational piece of performance art, and every night a celebration of the myriad forms of human expression. From the drag queens and artists to the musicians and eccentrics, Sullivan's New York was a tapestry of diverse, flamboyant personalities, each contributing to the city's unique cultural mosaic. In the 1980s, New York City was a crucible of countercultural movements, a place where the underground and the mainstream often collided and coalesced. This was a city in the throes of transformation, grappling with the complexities of urban decay, economic disparity, and a burgeoning cultural renaissance. It was an era marked by the rise of punk and hip-hop, the echoes of the Stonewall riots still resonating in the fight for LGBTQ rights, and the art world experiencing seismic shifts with the emergence of graffiti and street art as legitimate forms of expression. The city's vibrant nightlife, epitomized by iconic venues like CBGB and Studio 54, became the breeding ground for a new kind of artistic and social experimentation. In this milieu, artists, musicians, drag queens, and performers of all stripes found a haven in the city's eclectic neighborhoods, from the grungy streets of the East Village to the flamboyant vibrancy of Greenwich Village. Amidst this backdrop of dynamic change and creative ferment, Sullivan navigated the city with his camera, capturing the pulsating heart of a New York that was as challenging as it was exhilarating. In Sullivan's work, one finds not just a documentary record, but a narrative, rich with the textures of a life lived at the intersection of art and authenticity. He had an unerring eye for the moments that mattered, the instances where the mask slipped, and the person beneath was revealed in all their flawed, glorious humanity. His footage, now a precious archive of a bygone era, is a testimony to the power of observation and the importance of preserving those ephemeral moments that define our collective experience. Moreover, Sullivan's approach to videography was ahead of its time, almost prescient in its anticipation of today's world, where the lines between the observer and the observed, the curator and the creator, are increasingly blurred. He was a pioneer, a man who understood the intrinsic value of the everyday, the power of the personal narrative, and the importance of community as a canvas for artistic expression. In examining the legacy of Nelson Sullivan, we find not just a treasure trove of historical footage, but a profound commentary on the nature of art and life in a city that has always been a crucible for change. His videos are a reminder that in the grand theater of human existence, every player, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has a story worth telling, a moment worth capturing, and a life worth remembering. Thus, in the annals of those who have documented the human condition, Nelson Sullivan stands as a quiet revolutionary. His work, cozy in its familiarity yet daring in its honesty, invites us to look more closely at the world around us, to appreciate the beauty in the mundane, and to recognize the extraordinary in the everyday. It is in this cozy intimacy, this celebration of the ordinary, that Sullivan's work finds its enduring resonance, a gentle yet powerful reminder of the richness of the world we inhabit.